Believe it or not, this one-of-a-kind decadent throne is studded with over 40,000 diamonds. This Guinness World Record-setting toilet is made from gold and accented with a white gold and diamond-encrusted seat with over 334 carats worth of precious stones. We all need water at home for drinking, cooking, washing things, including ourselves, and flushing toilet waste away. Here is a picture of a doctor at a camel farm in Al Ain. On farms, water is needed as a drink for animals and to water crops. In industry, water is used as a solvent, to wash things, and to keep hot reaction tanks cool. Cold water pipes are coiled around tanks. In power stations like the one on the northwestern coast of Abu Dhabi, the Barakah nuclear power plant, water is used and heated to make steam. The steam then drives the turbines that generate electricity. This is Wadi Wuraya, an example of the UAE's rare natural beauty. Much of the water we use is taken from rivers, but some is pumped up from below ground, where water that has drained down through the soil lies trapped in rocks. This underground water is called groundwater. A large area of rock may hold a lot of groundwater, like a sponge. This type of rock is called an aquifer. River water is not clean, even if it looks it. It will contain particles of mud and animal waste and bits of dead vegetation. But worst of all are the microbes, bacteria and other tiny organisms that can make us ill. Over 1 billion people around the world have no access to clean water and depend on dirty rivers for their drinking water. Over 2 million people, mainly children, die each year from diarrhea and diseases such as cholera and typhoid caused by drinking infected water. No matter where in the world you are, the steps in providing a clean, safe water supply on tap are the same. Find a clean source, a river or aquifer to pump water from. Remove as many solid particles from the water as you can. You could make fine particles stick together and skim them off. You could filter the water through clean gravel or sand. Add something to kill the microbes in the water, it's usually chlorine, and store the water in a clean covered reservoir ready for pumping to taps. This treatment can remove even the tiniest particles, and chlorine can kill all the microbes, but the water may still have harmful substances dissolved in it. For example, nitrates from fertilisers that can make babies ill. It is possible to remove dissolved substances using special membranes, but that is very expensive and is not usually done, except on an industrial scale, like in the picture you see before you. The best solution is to find a cleaner source for your water supply. A common question that examiners will ask you is, why is it that elements in a particular group all react in a similar way? Whether it's for group 1, whether it's for group 2, or for group 6 or 7, the answer is the same. Atoms with the same number of valence electrons react in a similar way. The word anhydrous means without water. There is another chemical test that you need to learn for water. If a liquid contains water, it will turn blue cobalt to chloride pink. This is also a color change that can be reversed by heating. Both copper 2 sulfate and cobalt 2 chloride can be embedded into paper for convenience. All you would then need to do is dip the paper into your sample. Lastly, if a liquid is indeed pure water, it will also boil at exactly 100 degrees centigrade and freeze at exactly 0 degrees centigrade. If you're stranded in the desert and there's nothing but dirty water to drink, leave it to sit in a container for a while to let the particles settle. Scoop out the clearer water from the top of the container and boil it for several minutes to kill the microbes. If you're not able to boil it, leave it sitting in a clear plastic container in the sun for several hours. That process will kill most microbes.